Hello Power Rangers fans and welcome back to Toku Topics. Today I'm very excited to take a look at this really cool figure. I really am excited about this one. So this is the Super 7 Ultimate Series figure of Rita Repulsa Vile Violet Edition. So first of all, before we get started here, I have to give a huge shout out and thanks to Super 7 for sending this over for the purposes of this review. So they sent this to me to take a look at and to show all of you guys, because it did just release. Like, this is like brand new. What's really cool about this too is that usually Ultimates have like a very long pre-order period. Like Wave 2 just came out after being announced a couple years ago, and Wave 3 and 4 are on the way for the next couple of months. But this Rita got announced and was in stock like instantaneously, which makes sense because it is practically just a repaint or a slight, not really even remold, but just a repaint and a different deco of the one that's in Ultimates Wave 2. I'm hoping that I get Wave 2. I don't have Wave 2 yet of the Ultimates. I did take a look at the first wave of the Ultimates back in January of this year, when I did a whole Super 7 Ultimates week, which I'd love to do again for Wave 2. And I've already taken a look at a lot of the reaction figures as well on the channel. But this is really cool for a lot of reasons. So like I said, thanks to Super 7 for sending this over, and let's take a look at it. So what is this, first of all? Because I know a lot of people were kind of confused of like, what is the Vile Violet edition of Rita? Well, this is a really neat deep cut reference to a couple of different things. So back in the original 90s toy line, there was like a lot of like concept art or like early merchandise art that showed Rita with like a purple dress for some reason. But what this is really based off of, besides that, because Super 7 loves to do a lot of toy references to things, like they did with the retro stuff, the flip head stuff of the first wave of Ultimates, this is also a reference to the Universal Studios Power Rangers live show that happened in 1993, I believe, or 94, around those era. And in that stage show, the actress who played Rita in it had a dress and stuff that was based off of more of that purple look and the older concept art look. So don't really know why that was ever even really a thing, but it is really cool. It's also some of my favorite colors, so I'm very biased to this because my favorite colors are red, black, silver, and purple, and this has a lot of that. So I love it a lot. I love deep cut references. The only figure of this kind of thing that I've owned in the past was the Imagine Next figure, the first version of that for Rita. It was also purple until they eventually did a proper like brown dress one. So enough rambling on about this. Let's actually take a look at it. So first of all, it's a little bit different than the other Ultimates packaging. It has a purple look to it instead of the green that is like kind of the representative of the Bandai 90s packaging, which makes sense. There's also no longer slipcases on these, I believe, going forward. So there was no slipcase on there. It's like with like a power coin or anything like that. You just get the figure right here. This figure also, I believe, is I think it's a Super 7 store exclusive, something like that. I know it's only really available up on their store, and Amazon has it as well. And what's really cool is that Super 7 has put me into their affiliate program, so there actually will be an affiliate link to Super 7 down in the description below. Either one of those to help out the channel, you can do so. That is great if you want to get your hands on this figure. So finally, let's actually take a look at it. So the top of the packaging has Ultimates there. You get the Power Rangers Lightning Bolt, Rita Repulsa Vile Violet, and there's the figure inside. You get a lot of nice accessories. You don't get as many accessories as the Wave 2 one, so you don't get like the big telescope and stuff like that, but that's perfectly fine. A lot of it is just kind of some palette swaps of some of the accessories anyway. Like the green candle and the power crystal thing from Season 2 are now red, which I think is neat. So I definitely like those. You get two swappable heads, kind of a more evil, maniacally laughing one, and kind of just the sort of stoic or just kind of generic Rita face. And then what's really cool is that they even photoshopped like a pink and purple, you know, like a Vile Violet version of Rita on the back. I think that's actually really cool that they went through all the detail to even Photoshop that, since this never actually existed on the show. And then, of course, you have the bio. After being sealed away for 10,000 years, Rita Repulsa has been freed and sets her sights on destroying the nearest planet. Unfortunately, that means Earth. She commands her allies and an unending army of putty patrollers to defeat the Power Rangers by any means necessary. Rita Repulsa looks through her repulsoscope to keep a close eye on her evil creations when battling the Rangers. She wastes no time using her magic wand to make her monsters grow into giant beasts, laying waste to Angel Grove and the Power Rangers. So I love the little bios back there. Love that there. There's the barcode and stuff if that is anything that anybody needs. This is not a toy. This is an adult collectible. So without further ado, it's also a very reflective box. Let's go ahead and open this up and take a look at Super 7 Ultimates Rita Repulsa Vile Violet. Alright, so here is Rita Repulsa Vile Violet out of the package. This is incredible. So I really like this figure. So there is that brand new Hasbro Lightning Collection new version of the Rita Repulsa figure. And that one is very nice. I like that one has the swappable faceplates and everything. I don't have that one yet. The best Rita figure that I have currently is the original Lightning Collection one right here. I don't have the regular version of this from Super 7 Ultimates. I do have a couple of other miscellaneous Ritas from across the years. I have the Imagine X Purple one and all that kind of stuff. But this is the best Rita action figure that I have ever gotten. And I think that since it's practically the same thing as the regular version of the Ultimates figure, that would be the same case there. It's really fun. Like, first of all, I want to say, just as I picked it up there, the like collar thing here, like, that's actually sharp. Like, actually decently sharp. So be careful with that. That's why this is, you know, not a toy. But it's so cool. Like, I love the detail here. I love, like I said, favorite colors on here. Purple, red, black. So I'm a big fan of this design. The red trim is done really nicely. It has a nice sparkle to it on the dress. The fabric is nice. You do have a figure underneath there, obviously, so you still have like nice articulation and everything that doesn't really get hindered. And it's so good. Like, I don't believe you can you take this off? Wait, hold on. Is this Velcroed? Or I don't want to like destroy it. Yeah, okay, no, I don't think you can take it off. It just kind of looked like it was like Velcroed there. But like, yeah, this is just, it's so cool. So articulation wise, there is a not a ball joint, but like kind of like a hinge there in rotation. You're not really going to get too much out of there because you can't really move this collar piece. You do have a torso joint, I think, in there. It's just there's not a ton of movement with it. There is an elbow joint there, which is single jointed, so be careful with that. You don't want to bend it too far. You don't want to snap it. Look at this. You even get like the chain on her hand, which is just absolutely incredible to me. I really like that. And you have these excellently painted rings on her hands, and all of her swappable hands have that. It's so good. You have her shoes there, which even have like laces on them, which is awesome because like you're not even gonna see them. So like the detail is just amazing, so amazing. And since I had brought up the hands, we're gonna have to do some hand swaps. It is a little difficult to kind of get her to stand because you have to like find where her feet are before you like kind of lower the dress. So let me kind of position it there so she doesn't fall over. And let's take a look at those hands that you get, because you do get a lot of them. So let me grab all of them here. So there's a bunch of them. So you get a bunch of like splayed open hands, wand holding hands, kind of like, they're just like kind of varying degrees of holding hand stuff. So it's, get a bunch for the right, a bunch for the left. Nothing too crazy there. Accessories wise, you do get this candle, which is the Green Ranger's candle. This one, mine's a little bent, but it's kind of a not rubbery plastic. You don't want to like, because this would like snap. You don't want to like bend it. But I'm trying to think if this is supposed to try to be like, wasn't there like other candles in like season 2 when like Jason was regretting like, the fact that he didn't save Tommy's candle and stuff like that? I don't necessarily think it's supposed to be something specific. Yeah, it's a little bent, so it doesn't like to, fully stand up, but you get that. You get a little drink, which is really fun. Like that a lot. Sorry, I have some Sharpie on my finger. You get the love potion that Zed gave her, which has really nice detail on the bottle cap and everything there. You get a red version of the crystal that Zed used to drain the Green Ranger's powers. So all that kind of stuff. And then, of course, you get a swappable head and her staff. And let's look at this staff. Because, like, whoa. Check out the detail on this thing. All the black details in there. The amazing chain. They even have this as a color variation, so it's purple and stuff there. The nice gradients as it goes into the gold. It is amazing. And the head, the alternate head, is just kind of a more generic stoic Rita. So I think the swappable faceplate thing that Lightning Collection does is probably... Oh. Oh no. I took her entire neck joint out. Well, that's not supposed to happen. Well, that goes back in there, but I don't know how I'm going to get the head to swap. Well, that's fine. The entire neck joint popped out. It didn't break, because it can still rotate and stuff like that. Okay. Well, I guess I can't swap the head, unfortunately, but that's okay. I prefer the open mouth anyway, but there's the face. You can imagine what it would look like on there. But yeah, I mean, this is excellent. Like, I can highly, like, they have a nice, like, sound to this. Like, this is nice. It's really good. I can't sing its praises anymore. Let's go ahead and bring in the Lightning Collection one just so you can kind of see a little comparison. Okay, so here is the Lightning Collection Rita Repulsa next to the Super 7 Ultimate's Vile Violet version. And honestly, I have to give it to Super 7 in pretty much all regards. Like, I don't think this is a bad Rita figure. The new one is a better Rita figure for the Lightning Collection, so Lightning Collection does have a better version of this than, you know, what this is right now. This is from 2020. But I do think that, like, size-wise and scale-wise, like, the Super 7 Ultimates are a 7-inch figure line compared to Lightning Collection, which is a 6-inch. So this is, you know, a little bit of a taller Rita, which will make it kind of scale nicely with, like, the Lightning Collection monsters. And I think that Rita is one, especially with the big dress, you can kind of get away with, like, that extra inch. So I think that this is a perfect figure to get to go with your Lightning Collection figures, either the regular version or this special cool Vile Violet run. It's really fun. I really do like it a lot, and I can highly recommend it compared to the Lightning Collection one, especially since there is the regular version. Alright, and with that, that is going to do it for my video review of the Super 7 Ultimate's Vile Violet version of Rita Repulsa. So, like I've said throughout this entire video, I can highly recommend it. The red trim is really pretty, very reflective. The paint and the sculpting is fantastic. It's a must-have for any fan of Rita Repulsa, or just the regular version. Like, I love the deep cut thing here. Such a fun little reference to reference the stage show and the original toys and concept art and such like that. And it really just shows that Super 7 knows their stuff. It's really fun to get something like this. I'm really happy to have it in my collection, and I'm so thankful to Super 7 for sending this over for the purposes of this review. It was super awesome for them to do that, and I was really happy to take a look at it. So like I said before at the beginning of the video, there will be an affiliate link in the description below for you to be able to order this. If you'd like to get one for yourself and help out the channel, you can go ahead and do so. And that's going to do it. So of course, until next time, let me know down in the comments below what you think about this figure. Did you even know it existed? Did you know what it was based off of? What are your thoughts on the Super 7 Ultimates line for Power Rangers in general? I would like to hear all your thoughts. And of course, until next time, you guys can follow me on Twitter at LivingRangerKey or MMPR, and I will see you all next time. To wrap up this video, I'd like to thank my $5 and above patrons: Jurassic Samurai, Robert Browning, Static Thunder, Brendan Overland, Maji Yellow, MCPC Studios, Comics 1017, James Darty, Eric Berry, Matthew Thorne, Josh Landry, CBT Tesla, Cross SCV, Caboose Ed, Socket Monsters, Anthony Love, Daniel Pika, Hella Geo, Thrasher, Jesus Prime, Uni Warrior Thomas, and Lewis Carnes. You can support Toku Topics for as little as $1 a month on my Patreon, linked in the description below.